there's a lot of scatter in these data. You really can't do a very good job of predicting, for this list, these 913 students, you can't do a very good job of predicting what their first-year MBA GPA is going to be from any of these other variables. Because the scatter in a strip, we look at a particular slice through here, right? These are all the people now whose undergraduate GPA was between 2 and 2.2, right? We look at a slice there. Their first-year MBA GPAs are kind of all over the place, right? Look at a slice over here between, say, 3.6 and 3.8. On average, they're doing a little better than those who are down there, but they're still all over the place. Right? There's an awful lot of scatter in the data. This variable is not doing a very good job of helping us predict what the other variable is going to be. So if that's the case, why should an admissions officer care what your undergraduate grades are? All right, so let's think about how you get to be a dot on this plot. How do you get to be in this data set? Yeah, you had to have gotten into one of those top 5 business schools, 5 high-quality business. It's not the top 5, it's sort of 5 good business schools. Okay? So that decision was based in part on these variables and your letters of recommendation and your personal statement and a whole bunch of other things, right? So if you get in at all, it's because they think you're going to do well, right? You have already gotten in order to end up on this plot. Yes? So they may be able to do a very good job from these same variables, plus letters, et cetera, of predicting that people are going to do poorly, and they don't admit them. And so they don't end up showing up. So you don't get a whole lot of points down in here that would make the association look a lot stronger. Okay? So there's a censoring going on. There's a selection effect that to be on this plot, you already have to have gotten in. The decision to let you in was based on these variables and a bunch of others. And to the extent to which people's performances are more or less the same after they've passed the filter, that's kind of saying that the admissions office is doing a pretty good job of filtering people. Because whatever criteria they're applying, even though some of them have lower undergraduate GPAs, some of them have lower GMAT scores, some of them lower this, some of them lower that, they end up doing about the same when they get there. So it somehow means that they're maybe doing a good job of balancing all these criteria and deciding whom to admit. Okay, just for grins, let's do the following, which is plot school. Okay, so the claim is that these are 5 quote-unquote good schools, but their average, let me plot it the other way around. Let's plot undergraduate GPA. If I do undergrad GPA versus undergrad GPA, what am I going to see? Straight line, right? Okay. Okay. They're nominally good schools, but it does not look like they're admitting from exactly the same pool. Some are admitting people who have typically a higher average GPA than others. Here's our friend. Okay. All right. Another feature of this thing that you need to be aware of is if you mouse over something, you can read off the coordinates here.